Hey, what's up everybody? It's the People's Crypto. I'm back again with another video. We have some interesting new developments in the cryptocurrency space, but before we dive in, please keep in mind that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and please seek out a financial advisor with a background in cryptocurrencies or digital assets. Our first story is titled Venezuela to incorporate Bitcoin and Litecoin wallets into national remittance platform. Goes on to say, Venezuela says it will incorporate Bitcoin and Litecoin wallets to its Petra's cryptocurrency remittance platform in an update. Authorities in the country say this move will enable Venezuelan citizens to formally receive remittances in cryptocurrency form. Many citizens of hyperinflation hit Venezuela already use Bitcoin as a store of value as well as for cross-border payments. This is absolutely insane. You're not going to see this on CNBC, MSNBC, Fox News, or any other media outlet. Unfortunately, they're paying attention to the current public health crisis, the elections, what may happen after the elections, and a bunch of other things that really don't really matter. We already got news a couple of days ago that Iran was going to be using Bitcoin as a medium of exchange to get around the US sanctions, and Venezuela is looking to do the same thing. This is big news. This is a major, middle finger to the United States and their sanctions. Now, if more countries dealing with sanctions do this, this is going to create a very, very big problem for the US in the future. And there's tons of problems right now in the US and globally as well. So this is extremely big news. No one's going to talk about this. And this just proves that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are here to stay. Also, keep in mind that they're pushing the central bank digital currencies. Now, with all of this crazy unemployment going on and people are unable to pay their rent and mortgages and businesses are closing, I believe the plan is for enough people to be put out of work, to lose their businesses, to lose their careers, their livelihoods, so that they implement universal basic income. And then from the universal basic income, the way they'll roll it out will be through the central bank digital currencies. Now, for all of you who are holding Bitcoin, who just started buying Bitcoin, consider yourself extremely fortunate. Or if you're still employed and you still can, set aside some money to stack your sats, consider yourself extremely lucky. Because unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be pushed into the direction of the central bank digital currencies, and they're going to be at the mercy of the government. Whether it'll be forced to take vaccines or not, we really don't know yet. We're speculating that that's a possibility. That might be one of the stipulations into accepting the universal basic income through the central bank digital currencies, but we're not sure. That's just a lot of speculation. We haven't gotten any real concrete evidence or proof on that yet. That's just hearsay. But anyway, if you're in the cryptocurrency space, consider yourself extremely lucky, because more countries will be doing this to avoid sanctions and to resume some form of normalcy to assist and help their citizens. So let's take a look at the next story. It says major DeFi token prices plunge as money moves back into Bitcoin. This major decentralized finance DeFi projects fell sharply in October, with token prices tumbling by between 30% and 56% as money appears to be moving away from the overhyped space and back into Bitcoin. Now, this is why I was saying some months ago I was not going to get into decentralized finance. And I said this before. I said there's a lot of money to be made, but there is also a lot of money to be lost. And as you can see, the tumbles between 30% and 56%, that was the money that got lost. Now, for the people who sold at the top, they profited. And unfortunately, that's how it's always going to be. There's always going to be people who take profits at the top, and then unfortunately, there's going to be people that hodl a lot of these shit coins or shit projects, if you will, excuse my French, but they're going to get burned, and this is going to continue to happen because there's going to be something else that comes along and people are going to make a killing that got in first, And then they're going to push it on everyone else and say, hey, I made X amount of money. I'm retiring now. I'm good. I made $1 million. And then everyone FOMOs into it. And then we see these 30% and 56% crashes, or worse, they go to zero. Let's just take a look. Uniswap, it was at 443. It dropped down to 234. Lending protocol, it dropped from 137. No, wait. Lend protocol dropped from, let me see, $54.81 to $30. And then Compound, that dropped from 137 to $94. And it just goes on and on and on. And this is why I said I wanted to completely avoid that part of the cryptocurrency space. It's still developing. I have a very strong belief that a lot of the coins that we see in the space are going to die out. I think Bitcoin will definitely stay. Ethereum will probably still be around if they ever come out with 2.0, and I hope they do relatively soon because it's been years now since they were supposed to release it. But I think Facebook, Microsoft, Cisco, who else? IBM, and they're kind of like dealing with stellar lumens. And then you have Apple, Amazon. I think these corporations will eventually get into the cryptocurrency space and they will release their own cryptos. That's going to happen sometime in the near future. Don't get me wrong, they'll probably all try to accumulate Bitcoin in some form of fashion or another, but they're going to get into space, and I believe those coins will probably be more sought after than a lot of the coins that we have now. A lot of them are just going to go to zero. I hate to tell you that, but there's very few coins that have a relatively good use case that are not copies of other coins in the top 10. So just be mindful of that. But keep in mind, I will continue to say this, there's a ton of money to be made, and there's also tons of money to be lost. So just be mindful where you're putting your money. Bitcoin is the safest bet. We still have a lot of volatility, but it's not as bad as it once was. But expect more volatility in the future. It's just how it is in this space. Just have to deal with it. Let's take a look at our next story. It says second stimulus checks when lawmakers will pass relief packages with direct payments to Americans. It says negotiations on the new coronavirus aid stimulus package are still underway as Americans wait to receive their second round of stimulus checks. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, President Trump, and State and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell have their own ideas of when the next stimulus package with direct payments to Americans will pass. It says U.S. lawmakers push to pass a new stimulus package soon. U.S. lawmakers have continually been discussing the next stimulus package to help Americans cope with the coronavirus pandemic-led economic crisis. Americans have been waiting for the second round of $1,200 stimulus checks after the first round was approved as part of the CARES Act. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has proposed the $2.2 trillion revised HEROES Act, while the White House has made a $1.8 trillion counteroffer. Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin have been talking almost every day on the terms of the next coronavirus relief stimulus package, with both agreeing on providing second stimulus checks to Americans. There are still several outstanding items they cannot agree on. Now, I'm going to just be honest with you. UBI is coming. People will probably get this next stimulus check, but probably way after the elections. It's not going to do much to help people. People are months back on their rent and mortgage payments. Next year is lining up to be a horrific year, unfortunately. So if you're still employed and you still have some disposable income, you're able to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies with a relatively good use case, consider yourself extremely lucky and really count your blessings, because there's no telling if there's going to be another lockdown here in the States. I think Germany and France have just went under lockdown again. So there's going to be more economic pain coming. Bitcoin is probably your best bet to preserve your wealth and also grow your wealth as well. Just try not to really rely on the government assistance, because they can take their sweet time and just wait for things to get extremely bad. And unfortunately, that's what they're doing. So you can only save yourself. And just really think about this for a minute. They do not teach financial literacy in school for a reason. They don't teach you about the fiat currency system that we have. They don't teach you about the monetary system we have. They don't teach you about fractional reserve lending. They don't teach you about any of these things. And unfortunately, the result of that is many people are going to lose their livelihoods. They're going to become poor. Now, this is part of this whole entire Great Reset thing. This is the fourth industrial revolution. I highly suggest, if you're listening to this right now, if you're watching it, I highly suggest you do some research on getting into blockchain coding, because I truly believe that's where all the jobs are going to be. Now, buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is a great way to protect your wealth. If you're looking to transition into a new career, or if you're looking for a job, I would definitely suggest picking up some crypto certifications or some blockchain certifications immediately. These things are not really mainstream in universities yet, but once they are, I would definitely say I would put them up there with getting a law degree or a medical degree or becoming a pharmacist. It's going to be that crazy, because this new emerging market is brand new. We've never had anything like this before. So once it becomes more mainstream, acquiring degrees or getting those certifications is going to be a lot difficult compared to where they are now. So remember, no universities are really offering this. They're offering maybe some courses here and there, but nothing major. But you have tons of crypto certifications and blockchain certifications online now. Take them. Do not wait for your governments to help you, because they're not really in the business of trying to help you. They want to take more power and control away from you. That's what they want at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind. If you're not employed, then I think they have some free crypto courses you can take. Just get yourself familiar with blockchain technology, because we are in the fourth industrial revolution, and these technologies are going to be utilized more moving forward. So just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the next story. It says indicator shows Bitcoin is overbought as average investor profit hits 115%. It says Bitcoin may be forming a midterm top around its recent highs, with multiple rejections posted at 13,800, not bearing too well for its short-term outlook. The cryptocurrency remains caught with a potent uptrend, but this level is proving to be incredibly difficult for bulls to break. If they continue failing to find a stability around this level despite the bullish monthly candle close, it could point to weakness amongst buyers. One analytics firm is now noting that Bitcoin has been trading in overbought territory for a few days now. They note that this comes as the average Bitcoin buyer has a profit of 115% on their coins. Now, listen, don't really worry about the short term. Think of the long term. If you're dollar cost averaging in, you have nothing to worry about. Yes, we're going to swing back and forth from 13,000 to 14,000. We may dip a little bit lower, but when we dip lower, those are just excellent buying opportunities. Just really don't concern yourself with this whole overbought stuff. I would pay that no mind. That it's crypto. We might drop $2,000, and then we might go up $4,000. It all varies. Just don't really pay attention to any of that. Just dollar cost average. That's just my investment opinion. Let's take a look at the current cryptocurrency prices. It says Bitcoin is $13,564.01. Ethereum is $384.33. Tether is $1 always. XRP is 24 cents. Bitcoin Cash is $257.37. Chainlink is $10.63. Binance Coin is $27.31. Polkadot is $4.03. Litecoin is $53.98. And Bitcoin SV is $157.75. That's going to wrap it up for the top 10 coins in the cryptocurrency space. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. We are also on a new platform called BitLink. It is a great alternative. I suggest you sign up for it. We're also on LBRY and we're on ODYSSEY. If you're listening on any of those platforms, please share the video. Hit that like button, hit that fire button if you're listening on ODYSSEY. And that's actually going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for listening, and I will see you guys and gals later.